Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome back. We are learning class 8 biology. In that, we are learning chapter number 9, that is reproduction in animals. Right, dear students? In our previous video, we had seen the introduction of this chapter, that is reproduction in animals. What is reproduction? That also we had seen, dear students, that reproduction, that making again something or making a copy of anything, that is called as reproduction over here. Also in our previous video, dear students, we did one activity, that is different names of the particular animal babies, right, that we had seen. Okay, now today, dear students, we are going to learn in detail about this chapter, about this main topics of this chapter number 9, that is reproduction. So let's begin with it, dear students. Okay, so first of all, we will learn about the definition of the reproduction, dear students. So if you are move with the definition of this chapter, that the definition is that reproduction is the process of giving rise to an offspring. Also in another language, we want to say that the definition is, it is the biological process by which new individual organisms, the particular organisms are also called as offspring over here, dear students, that are produced from their parents. So this is the actual definition of the reproduction, that reproduction is the process of giving rise to an offspring from parents. A particular new individual is come out, a young one is come out, and that process is called as reproduction, that is making again something or making copy of anything. And in biological way, if we are going to say the definition, that it means that a new individual organism is produced from their parents, and that particular new individual organism is called as offspring over here. Dear students, if we look is into this image, a dog with puppies, right, it means that एक जो डॉग है उसके पपीज़ हैं, मीन्स डॉग अपने जैसे ही दूसरी स्पीसीज को प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, that this particular production process is called as reproduction. Same with us, we humans, we are the babies of our parents. It means that one process occurs due to which we people are born and we are present here. Okay, so in both the images you can get the idea that what do you mean by reproduction, making same copies. For example, humans are making the babies as looks like the humans, whereas different animals are making a particular babies which are looking at their particular animals. For example, in this image you can see here, dear students, that a dog making puppies. Okay, एक जो dog है वो अपने जैसे डॉग की स्पीसीज को ही प्रोड्यूस करेगा, राइट, उसमें से कोई और स्पीसीज प्रोड्यूस नहीं होगी. इन अ सेम वे, इफ़ अ काव इज़ देयर, इफ़ अ शीप इज़ देयर, इफ़ अ गोट इज़ देयर, ये हर एक जो पर्टिकुलर एनिमल है वो अपने जैसे दूसरी स्पीसीज को प्रोड्यूस करेगा, एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज द रिप्रोडक्शन. एंड डियर स्टूडेंट्स, द मोस्टली द systems which are present in our body, that is digestion, or we can say the respiration or excretion, circulation, ये सारी processes के साथ reproduction is also a very necessary process फॉर द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द ह्यूमन बींग. अगर ये एक कंटिन्यूएशन में नहीं रहता है रिप्रोडक्शन, इट मीन्स दैट इट स्टॉप्स द ग्रोथ ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज. सो रिप्रोडक्शन इज द वेरी नेसेसरी एंड वेरी रिक्वायर्ड process. Okay, getting now moving with the next topic here. Okay, that we discussed that reproduction is essential for the continuation of a species. As now I told you, dear student, that if any species stops their reproduction, for example अगर dogs puppies को produce करना बंद कर दे, puppies का reproduction बंद हो जाए, then in next future we are not able to see any dog on the earth surface getting. So that is why it is called that reproduction is essential also. For why? Because for the continuation of that particular species. Okay, now if we are going to talk about the types or modes of reproduction, so there are generally two modes of reproduction. They are, the first one is sexual reproduction, dear students, and the second one is asexual reproduction. Getting? The first is sexual reproduction and the second is asexual reproduction. Okay, dear students, try to recall the reproduction in plants which you studied in class 7. You will remember that plants that reproduce sexually have male and female reproductive parts. And can you name these parts? In same way, in animals also, males and females having different reproductive parts or organs. In this today's video we will learn about the male reproductive organs as well as female reproductive organs. Okay, so before first we start with the definition of sexual reproduction, that what is sexual reproduction, or we can say the difference between asexual and sexual reproduction. So dear students, asexual reproduction involves only one parent. That you all know that asexual reproductions in this particular process they involve only one parent, whereas they involve only one parent, whereas sexual reproduction involves two parents. Then offspring, or we can say whatever the product is there, whatever the young ones, or simply say the daughters, genetically identical to parent. Means in asexual reproduction जो भी product produce होती है, जो भी offspring बनता है, जो भी babies बनते हैं, वो same they are exactly same as their parents, whereas in sexual reproduction offspring genetically mix of both the parents. जो टू पेरेंट्स इन्वॉल्व हैं वो दोनों पेरेंट्स के जेनेटिक मिक्स होके ऑफस्प्रिंग में आएंगे. द नेक्स्ट इज दे इन्वॉल्व्स रेगुलर बॉडी सेल्स. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शंस इन्वॉल्व्स रेगुलर बॉडी cells. Okay, that we will also learn in the next part of this chapter, that how asexual reproduction occurs. And sexual reproduction involves specialized sex cells. So many different types of cells we had learned, dear students, right, in chapter number 8, that is the cell structure. So many different types of cells are present in our body. A particular tissue have a particular cells are present which are doing same kind of function. In a same way, as particular cells are present in our body which are doing the process of reproduction, they are called as sex cells, and that particular sex cells are involved in sexual reproduction. Okay.